Conspiracy theories are statistically the safest way to travel, but in this video you might learn that they might also be the weirdest. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Dave is Dave, for more videos that are just like this, exactly word for word. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. It is 100% original content. Number 13. Breaking my bones. This conspiracy theory states that if you set yourself on fire and your bones break, you were made of plastic. And if you die in the ocean, then you will be cremated and put back into the ocean. However, there are other versions of this theory that state that if your bones break and you don't get naked, you will die. A pretty light theory, but that's because it's number 13. Number 12. My uncle is drowning. This is a decently popular theory on sites such as Reddit and Twitter, where people state that at 924 California Street in 1967, they saw a man walk out of a pond saying, "Are you my nephew? I have drowned." They say the man then gently jumped backwards into the pool or lake. In different accounts, that has changed. Many believe this theory to be fake, but others believe that if it is true, it is proof of aliens. Number 11. Gum made of cheese. In 2003, at a summer camp for young boys, someone smuggled in a pack of gum, even though eating was not allowed at the camp. It was later revealed that this boy's pack of gum had a bunch of pieces of cheese wrapped up in gum wrappers. The man was put in prison for life, and the gum was sent to a laboratory where the government mysteriously lost the pieces of cheese. Could this be a sign that the Egyptians were aliens? Number 10. Putting you in fast food. If you've ever been to a fast food restaurant, then you know that the food is extremely greasy. And you know what else is greasy? The human fingerprint. This theory states that all fast food is run by the government, and when you get old, instead of dying, they take you to camps where you are turned into fast food. A very unlikely theory to many, but if this theory was true, it could prove the theory that aliens have been watching us this entire time. Number 9. Dracula is always watching. This photo depicts a man who claims he was beaten up by Dracula. Many have not believed in Dracula over the centuries, but there are many pieces of evidence that show that Dracula may exist. One of these pieces of evidence is all of the movies that Dracula has been in. So how are we to say that he's not entirely real at all? Number 8. Ordering McDonald's from Dick's Sporting Good. If you go to Dick's Sporting Good at 3 AM and you call them and say, "Hello, I would like one McDonald's, please," they will hang up on you. This may be proof that the government is hiding their experiments inside of products from Dick's Sporting Good. Number 7. Benjamin Franklin is still alive. This theory comes from the roots of people who claim that they are Benjamin Franklin and that they are in fact still alive. Again, many do not believe this theory, but that is what makes other people believe it even more. Number 6. Hair versus ice cream. In 2018, a man dipped an ice cream cone in his own hair. The ice cream was filled with hair. He was a little confused why he did this, but realized he must be in a simulation, and it was a test to see if they had control over him. But what do you think? Do you think that this could be proof we are living in a simulation? Number 5. Gorillas ice skating. In 2005, 35 gorillas were sent on a plane to Indonesia for an international ice skating ring. They did very well because they were being tested on their ice skating and intelligence abilities. They later competed in the Olympics following this event, and they got first and second place. Many believe that these gorillas were government robots and were a test to see if robots could take over the world. Number 4. Mommy, the old man is squeaky. A family moved into the West Pennsylvania home that they had just purchased, only to find a rocking chair in the attic. They pushed it back and forth, and it was very squeaky. The tenants knew that the old tenants were an old man and a young man, and the old man had died in the house. Suddenly, their daughter walked up to them and said, "Mommy, the old man is squeaky," and fell into a coma for 8 minutes in the hospital. This could be proof of paranormal activity, if we can prove this event happened. Number 3. Hitler simulation in real life. The events of this conspiracy are so secretive, I can't even talk about them on my channel for fear of this video getting taken down. So you have to research this yourself. Number 2. Big Brad steals your personality. This theory is a hypothetical theory, stating that at any moment, someone could come take your place with your personality that looks exactly like you in a costume, and you would have no way of proving it isn't you. Number 3. Iraq doesn't make sense. This theory is just relating to the fact that many people don't believe in Iraq. Number 2. The floor has been eaten by the happiest man alive. In 1999, a man began digesting his house after eating the entire thing, except for the floor. He was interviewed right after eating the floor and said he was the happiest man alive. Perhaps the government is telling us that these objects are not healthy for us because they make us too happy. Number 4. Toenails.com. In 2019, a strange website appeared called Toenails.com, and it claimed to have pictures of everyone's toenails that had ever lived. Do you think this is proof of aliens interacting with humans? Number 3. Man digs hole in ground to put penis on coffin. Roughly 3 months ago, a Mr. James J. Warren dug a huge hole in a cemetery to rub his penis on a coffin. He was later detained by the police and put in jail, where he mysteriously disappeared. Is the government trying to hide or suppress health benefits of necrophilia? Number 2. Man fucks refrigerator and gets pregnant. All that the government will allow me to say on this channel is that they may be hiding some secrets, and they tell you that fridges can't do this. While, however, it may be the exact opposite. Number 10. Sexy banana with hair. In 1987, 3 men hiking in the wilderness discovered a sexy banana with hair growing off of a tree. They believe it was the food source of Bigfoot and Sasquatch species who lived nearby. Do you think this could be proof that Sasquatch truly does exist? Number 5. Dead! This theory states that death in being dead itself was created in a governmental experiment and that it's not even real. Number 4. Corpse balls a strike. On May 31st, 1994, Daniel Schneider died of a heart attack and was buried 2 weeks later. However, on July 39th of 2002, Daniel Schneider walked into a bowling alley and bowled a strike and proceeded to walk out. This was not discovered until they watched back the security cameras and were shocked by the discovery. Does this prove the theory that the government invented death as a conspiracy?
Number 5. Anti-government protest sets fire to 287,999,999 California residents.
And this is yet another theory I'm not allowed to talk about. Make your own interpretation of that.
Number 3. Oldest man alive boxes youngest man alive.
Because who could forget this monumental boxing title of the decade? The government is denying it happened. Many of you might have actually forgotten about this boxing match. The oldest man alive boxed the youngest man alive. And the oldest man delivered one big punch to the youngest man, and he fell over and won the match. The government is suppressing this fight. But why? Is this a metaphor for big, rich, powerful elites taking advantage of the poor, lower-class Americans? And is that the reason it's being covered up by the government?
Number 2. Dentures.
A 2005 study showed that 94% of dentures were made of real human bones and teeth. But this study's been suppressed by possible aliens and ghosts and Bigfoot. Does this prove the existence of all three? Or is it just the government again, covering up more secrets? Before we get to number 1, here are our honorable mentions.
Number 69! I'm doing crack right now!
And without further ado, let's get to number 1.
Number 1! Bizarre-looking sweaty man combines blueberries and salsa with crack!
Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to press the like button and subscribe to my channel, Dave is Dave, for more content like this. Anyways, it's been 15 seconds. I have to go.